Really?
Yeah, and then I got a job working construction when I wasn't in the restaurant anymore, and every day I just felt like I was starving. I lost 10 pounds like right away.
Really?
So yeah, being a cook's a good thing.
And what was your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard to say. I didn't love the actual cooking part of it. I like it, definitely, but anything with wine in it. If it was good wine or Grand Marnier, anything with that in it was good, because then I had the bottle like on the side there.
And what about you, Tim? What was your first job?
My first job was at this place called Campus Gas Station. That was when I was in high school. My dad made me pay rent when I was in high school. He was a dick.
I had to do that too.
All right, and I had to pay rent.
I've never heard of that before. We both did that.
It sucks, man. I had to pay rent, so I worked at Campus Gas, and that was my first job. But then I went from there to a cabinet job, and I started making cabinets. And I still have all my tools. Yeah, I still enjoy working with wood and breathing the sawdust and the formaldehyde and whatnot that they have in different wood.
He makes stuff that like I had to pay a guy to make from my house to top. That looks exactly the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. But do you think that right now it's more easy to become a rock star than those age? Like, do you think that it's more easy to be like in the music industry, or because in those years, like a lot of people try to work really hard. I'm reading right now like the book about Motley Crue biography, and they also like work really hard to become famous. But right now we can see a lot of bands like they're really young and they start boom. Right? Do you think that it's easier right now?
It depends on how you look at it, because my career's pretty long right now. And if I look back from about like the first record we put out was 1987, and it's 2003. So to me, that's a career. If you come out and just boom, you got big success, most of the time those bands go away fast, and they're just gone. Especially if they're really young, because they don't know how to deal with it. Or one of the things you have to be able to do, which we did on this record completely, is you have to be able to reinvent what you do. You have to be malleable and come around and like approach music from a different perspective, and that has to be as great or better than the last thing you did. So you can't just all change and have longevity. You have to change, but it has to be in a way that's great and that people like. So maybe it's easier to have a band, and if you're lucky enough, get a label behind you and become instantly famous and sell a lot of records. But to have longevity, I doubt it. I think that the time that we came from, especially the time that Soundgarden came from, that was the last time that I remember when you had like this 3 strikes thing at a major label, where they would let you have 2 dogs. You could put out 2 records and just start the ball rolling, and it was okay if they didn't sell. And on the 3rd one, it had to be big, otherwise, maybe they'd do a live record and you're out. Now it's just like you don't get a dog, you get like one chance. And the record companies, it seems like, put like all their eggs in one basket. Like they'll choose 1 or 2 bands, that quarter, and really push those. And if you're not one of those 2 bands, you're bumming. That's the way it seems to me. And so that doesn't seem easier. Now, to answer your question.
And in a couple of hours, you're gonna do your show here in Seattle. In Phoenix, sorry. No.
Yeah, man, that scared me. Like, was that 3-hour flight a dream? Am I still in Seattle? I hit my head harder than I thought.
How do you prepare before the show?
Oh, mostly psychological for me. I just start. Right now, I feel like I'm pretty much ready, but I don't know, it just kind of works out. I don't do anything personally, like physically, except change my clothes.
And what about you, Tim?
Just play bass, I just rock the bass. Like when I get out of here, I'll go get the bass and go somewhere and just play and warm up a little bit. But, I'm trying to get better, and I feel like we are all getting better from night to night. And so that's ultimately what I'm thinking about, is like, what can I do to make it better, How can it sound better? I'm still not. I feel like we're so great live, and we're doing awesome, and I can't believe it. And if it ended here, I'd be psyched with how good we got. But I know we're going to be a lot better.
I can get better.
I know I can too. I definitely feel like my tone is not completely there yet.
But you just need like more practice, or or what do you need to find that sound?
For singing, a lot of it just has to do with like, I don't know, it's like, you can imagine like a really complicated rally racetrack, you know? And you're just doing runs around it, and eventually, like every turn, every straightaway, your body knows exactly what to do almost without you thinking about it. And that's what singing is like. It's like once we play a certain amount of shows, every syllable of every song, I know exactly how to sing it. And it gets easier and easier until the point where I don't think about it anymore. It's about, I'm just having fun on stage. But that, it takes a little while. And I'm getting up in that now. I'm getting close to where I would like to be. I want to be able to be doing it better than I ever have. And I think actually right now I am doing that.
Yeah, you are.
There's a lot of things going on that are making that better.
Fucking killer right now.
But there's moments that I know could be better, and then also I want to be able to reach the point where it's that great every night, and that's not even an issue. I'm thinking about other stuff, what I'll climb, or what I'll try to make the audience do or feel like, or whatever, But music, it definitely comes first. We're definitely a band where it's like we're focusing on the song sounding great first, and then what the performance is going to be second. And I still think our first show that we played was great.
Yeah.
For a first show, Jesus.
Cool.
Really awesome.
Okay, last question. If someday somebody likes to do a movie about Audioslave, who would you like to do your part?
Peter Falk, I think he's a great actor. I think he could do me really well. He's got a glass eye, which, my eyes move, but I think that just that one eye, he's really good with the one eye. I think he could get my character across with that one eye better than like Johnny Depp could with both eyes. I like Johnny Depp too, but I would go, my first choice would be Peter Falk.
What about you, Tim?
I never thought about this before, so I'm not that familiar with actors and actresses, but maybe Carl Malden, because he's got a big fucking nose like me. Oh, okay. No, I don't know, man. I think it would be hard to play me. I'm something special.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time with this interview.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Nosotros continuamos con más, carnales. Recuerda, estás aquí en Telehit. No se muevan.